The Open Mic Podcast is for an adult audience. The Open Mic Podcast may contain material that may be unsuitable for sensitive ears. Listener discretion is advised. It's the Open Mic Podcast.
Hi, welcome to the Short People Podcast without no height limit. I'm just saying, we have a height requirement. You got to be short.
Well, under 5'5".
At least under 5'5".
With brown eyes.
All right.
Like the sunshine.
Awesome. That is Vanna Vandal, and I am Richard Valdez.
What is up, listeners, watchers, stalkers? Welcome.
Awesome. That's great, Vanna. You're welcoming stalkers. I love it already. That's how we represent anybody.
Well, you know they're there.
Well, I like to think they are. Anybody that's like willing to look at me in a sexual way is pretty much welcomed.
Hey, not all stalkers are sexual.
Honestly, as long as they like hide and keep to the darkness, they're great. It's fine.
If I could, I would stalk Abby Lee Miller. But apparently I failed. She was actually in Fresno on February 20th at the Warner's Theater. They actually filmed a Dance Mom segment. Yeah.
Awesome. That's funny. That's hilarious. I honestly I used to be really paranoid about being like a Facebook stalker, but then I just got really over it. So now when girls kind of ignore me on Facebook, it's fine because I'll just make a poster that they're missing. And then all their family could just call them and like, hey, this guy just put up this poster that I'm missing. Now it's kind of a big deal. And now they know that I'm there.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a horrible joke. It's a very bad joke. Everybody's just scared about it.
Well, I'm glad it's a joke and not real life because
yeah, I haven't done it yet.
Worried.
I've thought about it. It's some girls. You know who I'm talking about.
So today we are going to talk about Pokemon, and no,
Awesome.
I'm not talking about the girls that Richard tries to catch in his Pokeballs.
Awesome, my Pokeballs.
So we're going to talk about how we got into Pokemon, the 20th anniversary celebration, some Pokemon artifacts. We're going to take you down a Pokemon memory lane. If you guys have any crazy Pokemon stories or any crazy Pokemon memories, or if you just want to tell us who your favorite Pokemon is and why, feel free to call in 559-492-0450 or add us on Twitter at Longbox.FM. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. So how'd you get started with your love affair with Pokemon, Richard?
Oh, my love affair with Pokemon was in elementary school, way before I started drinking these Riley's delicious Sancha blonde ale drinks. Oh man, I was too young to be drinking that. But in elementary school, I was actually really into Pokemon. I literally would play them all the time on Game Boy, and it was just amazing the time I spent playing Pokemon. I think that they've showed me a lot in life just to be a better person and try to catch them all. Don't just settle with the Pikachu. Try to get a Blastoise or a Charizard.
So who was your starter Pokemon?
My starter Pokemon, honestly, my favorite Pokemon that I love starting with is always the Squirtle. But I wouldn't evolve him all the way to a Blastoise. I would actually keep him to a Wartortle because I actually have a Wartortle tattoo because I'm just dedicated to that.
Did you
Pokemon.
know that you were going to have that Wartortle tattoo when you were choosing him in the 90s?
Oh man, I got him actually when I was 16. So
wow.
I pretty much, as soon as that Pokemon came out, I was like, yeah, I'm tatting that.
That's pretty gangster. I bet you're part of the Fresno Unified School District system.
Oh yes, I probably was. Yeah, I am. I spent my little bit of time in JJC Central Valley.
Nice. So my favorite Pokemon was actually Meowth. And for those of you who don't know, could you guys see Meowth?
Camera's right here.
Oh. Yeah, so I've actually had this since 1998. Do you know how hard it is to not play with this? Like, I collect stuff, so all my toys were in boxes. Like, I literally would keep them in the box and be like, oh, hello, Meowth, how do you like this Vixen Ale from Riley's Brewing? Oh, I love
Oh man.
So Meowth is my favorite Pokemon because Meowth's backstory is actually very, very deep. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. So Meowth taught himself how to speak English, which is why he's the only speaking Pokemon. And he taught himself English for a woman, a female Meowth. This female Meowth was like, Meowth, I don't date cats. I live with my human in luxury. And Meowth was like, I'm going to prove myself to you. So he went and learned English. And if that's not like the most loving, like epic story of all time, I don't know what is. Long story short, Meowth doesn't get the girl because Pokemon keeps it real.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I know. He gets his heart broken, and then he has like a gangster voice at the end.
Yeah.
He has like this weird Italian style, like meow, meow, she meow.
Hanging out with Team Rocket will turn anyone bad.
Right. They always got blown up, and that was pretty much like, and still until the episodes, I think they still are always Team Rocket getting blown away.
Yeah. So my name is Vanna Vandal, and Richard Valdez here, and I actually met at Bernie Elementary back in the 1997.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah, showing our age here.
Right.
So Pokemon came out in the US and got big in 98, so we were like the target audience for Pokemon, so to speak.
Man.
And I don't know if you guys had this at your school, but in Fresno Unified, they actually had a school-wide ban on Pokemon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you could not bring your cards. You could not wear your t-shirts. It was blasphemous because some Christians also thought that Mewtwo was Satan.
Oh, wow.
And people like me got in trouble for winning other kids' cards because they went home and whined to their moms saying that we took their cards.
Oh, my gosh. Right.
No, I won them. I took all your 6 prizes. You died. Give me your cards.
They didn't know the rules. Snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Or fire blasted by my Charizard.
Yeah. Did you feel sad about anything they banned, Richard?
Yeah, yo-yos, marbles, everything that I was pretty much interested in. I would say a game that said smear and then something else. Other than that, yeah, Pokemon was amazing. I really loved it. I loved the South Park episode about Pokemon.
Chin Pokemon!
That's my favorite. It was just the best episode. Like, all the kids had the eyes. It's, like, hilarious.
I personally love it when South Park goes all anime and kawaii. I don't know if you guys have seen South Park recently. As of late, they have Kenny is actually Princess Kenny.
Oh, wow. Princess Kenny.
Princess Kenny.
Yeah. South Park's amazing.
Anything involving anime is good. And I seriously, I still can't believe that this year marks the 20th anniversary of Pokemon.
Yep.
Seriously, you guys, like, I wish that I grew up in a world with nothing but Pokemon. Like, you guys don't understand the days before merchandise. I recently, I don't know if you guys know what Loot Crate is.
Oh, man.
It's like a subscription box that you get monthly, and you get, like, awesome anime gear, merch in it. And I got a Pikachu beanie. And when I was 7, I knitted my own Pokemon Pikachu beanie, and it was really crappy. So I shared the picture on my Twitter. And you kids don't understand the days before merch. Like, you guys are so lucky. Like, I grew up, I wanted Pikachu shirts, and people are like, Vanna, you're 25 years old, why do you have so many Pikachu shirts? Like, I was late today because I didn't know what Pokemon shirt to wear. I have that many. Like,
yeah,
I see merch and I'm like, it's here, I'm 25, I don't care, I'm gonna wear it.
I have a Pokeball sweater that it's too hot to wear in here, but I have it. I will wear it later after the break, maybe.
You should.
Yes.
How are you not wearing it right now?
Because it's hot, and I'm wearing this beanie still, and it's still hot.
Well, you do have a Pokemon tattoo, so we'll let you slide.
Yeah, forever Pokemon. Yeah, I loved Pokemon. A lot of interesting things about Pokemon. think that their characters' backstories are pretty interesting.
Do we want to go ahead and get into that right now?
Maybe.
Do you want to do Pokemon backstory?
No, yeah, I do.
Are they ready?
Are they ready?
Are they ready for this?
Okay, awesome. What's your favorite Pokemon backstory?
All right, so my favorite Pokemon backstory is just pretty much the origin name of Pikachu. I wore my Pikachu shirt because, like, Pika Pika, gotta represent.
Yeah.
And Pikachu, the name Pikachu is actually a combination word of sparkle and the sound of squeaking.
The sound of squeaking.
Yeah, and sparkle means Pika Pika. And Choo Choo, which in the US of A, that means train, right? So Choo Choo is actually what the Japanese think the sound of squeaking is.
That's...
I'm lost there to you guys.
That's amazing. No, the Japanese pretty much made up a name out of the sounds they think our words sound like.
Yeah, and a cool story, like, I'm a huge Simpsons fanatic too.
Oh,
like,
man.
I pretty much only watch cartoons, and I'm addicted to TV.
Mm-hmm.
So, The Simpsons, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that episode where they, like, traveled and Bart's kind of watching this Pokemon knockoff show.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon's just really, prevalent in all kinds of culture now, and it's a great time to be alive. And if you guys don't remember the Simpsons episode where Homer was Mr. Sparkle.
Mr. Sparkle.
Mr. Sparkle.
Oh,
so he was
man.
actually Mr. Pika Pika.
Mr. Pika Pika. Oh, wow. That totally
Yeah.
looped around to, like, Mr. Pika Pika.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pika Pika.
Mr. Pika Pika.
So, if you ladies out there are hitting the gym and you're like, I don't sweat, I sparkle, you could take it next level and one up that and say, I don't sweat, I Pika Pika.
Oh, I Pika Pika. That's totally gonna just bring on confusion and maybe some unwanted sexual advances.
Why's everything gotta be sex, man?
Because if they're not into Pika Pika, if they don't know what Pikachu is, they're gonna just totally be.
If you're thinking about sex, you're not leveling up your Pokemon enough and you're not training hard enough, and you will never be the very best like no one ever was.
I'm sorry. I'm the Brock in the situation, I guess. I'm just always after Jenny or pretty much, anybody. I wear my Pokemon sweater and I will just hug a girl and be like, I caught you.
That's not creepy at all.
No, it's not. I'm little. I can do creepy stuff and it's totally all right. It's like, you can beat me up. Just like earlier, she was just like, here, I'm going to get my purse. And it was right in front of me. And she just decided to move me. Didn't even ask me to move. It's like, you're tiny enough where I could just push you. Awesome. Okay, well, your origin story. I think my origin story is pretty cool. Ditto. Pretty much Ditto is just a failed experiment of Mewtwo and Mew. And yeah, and he can change into every character. And then there's this little sweet story on the internet called like the 12 Dads of Charizard. Where if like you're like a mom and a dad, it'll make you cry. Because it's like a little Charizard, and pretty much, I don't know if he'll bring it up if he can, but it's a little Charizard, and it just pretty much helps this little dildo helps this little Charmander, and he like pretty much is super cute. It made me cry because yeah, I'm just a softie. It gave me the feels.
I don't know. I like the backstory on Ditto where he's like, the failed Mewtwo experiment. And if you know, like, Ditto's power, he just basically copies things.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're a blob. And I know a lot of people say same these days, but I think we should bring it back to the Ditto days. Stop saying same. Don't be basic. Say Ditto.
Ditto.
Ditto. Pika Pika.
Oh, man.
So back to Pokemon backstories. A lot of you guys in America who grew up with Pokemon, we got it in 98, but Japan, they actually got it in 1996, those lucky ducks.
Wow.
And I don't know if you guys remember hearing about this, but there's actually this thing called Lavender Town Syndrome.
Oh, man.
And in the Pokemon game, Red and Green, there's this music as soon as you enter the town, and it pretty much makes people feel uneasy. People have even gone so far as to blame it on a peak in suicides. If you guys want to go ahead and look it up, I don't know if we could pull up the video here. I'll go ahead and be sharing it on the Twitter channel, a YouTube playlist of all the videos that we're referencing here. They pretty much blamed this music for the suicides of, you guys, 7-year-olds to 12-year-olds. 7 to 12-year-olds killing themselves. They shouldn't even know what a bad day is.
Oh, man.
And they're killing themselves. But so back to the music. The reason why music people who've studied this have said it's because it contains isochronic tones, which are basically high frequency pitches. And you guys, I played this music for my dog today before I came here. And I started playing it, and not even 5 seconds into it, my dog just tilts her head at each tick. And I stopped playing it right there. And as soon as I did, she just laid in my lap and looked really depressed. So I don't know. That's enough for me to believe that it's true. It made me feel uneasy. So go ahead and give that a listen if you guys want to creep yourselves out. Lavender Town Syndrome. Longbox.FM is not responsible for the death or suicides or homicides that may occur due to this experience.
That's so crazy.
Be sure to add us, Longbox.FM. Let us know what you guys think. We're gonna let Richard take us into a quick break over here. If you guys want to go ahead and look up Lavender Town, call us, tweet us at Longbox.FM. Call us 559-492-0450. Call us with your Pokemon stories and whatnot.
Beware, though. Pokemon's own Slenderman.
What? But we're gonna take a Riley's Brewing Co. break. What are you drinking there, Richard?
I'm drinking a sexy blonde Sancha, and Vanna the Vixen over there, right there, drinking her
Vixen.
Her dark wheat ale.
Dark wheat ale.
Awesome.
It's delicious, and it's purple, and it's cute, and you guys should seriously check out Riley's Brewing Co.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Awesome.
Listening to the Open Mic Podcast on Longbox.FM.
We're like Fresno's very own. This is like, actually right now, this isn't the Short People podcast. This is Little People Fresno edition.
Oh, wow. People Fresno.
Little People Fresno. Not on Lifetime, but on Longbox FM exclusively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we actually were fortunate enough to get you guys a Lavender Town clip. So like I said, you guys, we're not responsible for any suicide that may occur. So let's go ahead and hear this. Let's go ahead and listen to the Lavender Town theme.
Slender Man.
Dun 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 dun. I'm pretty glad I'm drunk for this. Riley's Brewing Co. coming through, because seriously, you guys, Lavender Town theme is nothing to be messed with.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that level when I was playing Pokemon. It was so creepy. You'd get there and
So we have that clip ready now, and let's go ahead and hear it.
already played. It's playing right now. Yeah. This is going on right now. That was a very dark episode, pretty much level.
Yeah. And if you guys have it, Pokemon Red and Green, let us know how it affected you. Let us know if it affected your childhood at all. Did you feel sad? Did you not catch them all? Did it make you cry? Who make you cry? Pika Pika.
Did you use the cheat where you can get like unlimited rare candies?
No, I never cheat in Pokemon. I am an active member of, for those of you who don't know, if you're anywhere in the Central Valley, there are several active Pokemon leagues. There is one in Fresno, California that I am proudly a part of. You guys, seriously, play Pokemon. Go to the Play Pokemon website, search for a location near you, and get out there and play. I mean, if you're like me and you're 25 and you're like, I don't want to play with a bunch of little kids, don't worry, it's not just a bunch of little kids. There's more of us. Join us. Catch them all.
Right.
Yeah.
You can catch them all.
So, back to the Lavender Town theme. Like I said, there was a peak in suicides, and Pokemon's always been kind of a controversial topic. And for those of you who don't know about the origin story of how Pokemon speak, we were talking about Meowth earlier. I've heard people have you ever had anybody insult you for liking Pokemon, Richard?
All the time. I would play it in middle school, and let's just say I would put it away when the pretty girls walked by.
Yeah, so the crazy thing about Pokemon is a lot of people, I would get insulted. They'd be like, Pokemon are stupid. All they do is say their own name. Pikachu, Charmander, Charmander. But they're wrong. They are so wrong, you guys.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm angry here.
You got upset.
I am. I'm very upset. And let me tell you why.
I would get mad when my parents said Pokemon.
Oh no, my mother was so supportive. I grew up in a single parent household and she was super duper supportive. So no, honey, that was not the problem.
No, okay.
But the problem is I would get these jerkwads. I'd be sitting there with my Pokemon and my Nintendo and they'd be like, why are you playing that? That's stupid. Pika Pika. Why does it say its own name? No, people. Pokemon are not saying its own name. Humans named Pokemon after their battle cries. So it was actually some stupid human who was like, oh my god, this thing is saying Charmander. I'm gonna call it Charmander. So then humans saw these Pokemon making these battle cries and they were like, wow, that Charmander breathes fire and it blackens stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thus the word char was created, which, according to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, means to blacken by fire. And mander, don't even get me started on the word mander because that is a suffix, you guys. That is a suffix in the American dictionary, meaning reptilian animal. So, like salamander. So Charmander is actually responsible for creating our English language that we love so much.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, it's not the Pokemon that are stupid. It's us. Embrace it. Pokemon came and they made our lives better. Embrace it. Pokemon 20 forever.
Gosh, I'm glad they're not real because you would totally be on their side.
Oh man, I would have the most epic team of Pokemon.
Yeah, I would have very pretty much my basic needs Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, seriously, developing a very well-rounded Pokemon team is very vital to success. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite websites to go to is Poke Beach. They have card scans. You can look up any card. There's so many new cards. It's probably the best time to get into Pokemon right now because for any of you guys who play any trading card games like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, let's be honest here. If you're watching this, you're kind of a nerd.
Yeah,
hello, you're with our people. You can sit with us.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. These are good things.
Yeah.
So basically, Pokemon is responsible for so much in our lives that we don't even understand. Like so many cartoons it's inspired, like Digimon. Do you guys remember Digimon?
Digimon pretty much.
Were you a
raised
Digimon
me.
person? You look like a Digimon person.
I'm pretty much raised by all in general TV, and everything that I've watched as a kid just affected me. I'm a good person because of it.
Right?
Yes, I'm the best.
Yeah, so many people have actually quoted Pokemon. Herman Cain, to name a few.
Herman Cain almost won because of Pokemon.
Yeah, well, he quoted Pokemon. Herman Cain quoted Pokemon when he was actually bowing out and resigning out of the election. And he quoted actually the end of the song of the Pokemon 2000 movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Pokemon 2000 movie? I think I still have my ticket stub for that.
I still have my card that they gave me because of that. You know, they gave you a free card.
Yeah, Pokemon exclusives are great. So he actually quoted the song Donna Summers. And for those of you guys who don't know, Donna Summers is like the queen of disco.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for us Latinas out there, Donna Summers inspired Selena Quintanilla,
right,
to name a few. So anyways, so Donna Summer, my girl, wrote the song for Pokemon 2000, the movie. Like, how cool is that? And so Donna Summers wrote this amazingly epic song, and at the end it's like super quiet, and then the song just comes out and it plays, and it's Donna Summer's voice, and it's like, life can be a challenge.
Oh, wow.
Life can seem impossible.
Wow.
And it like goes super epic, and it's just like tantalizing. And so Herman Cain quoted it, and he like literally was just like, this from the Pokemon movie. Do we have that clip actually? So we'll go ahead and play that right now.
I believe these words came from the Pokemon movie. Life can be a challenge. Life can seem impossible. It's never easy when there's so much on the line. But you and I can make a difference.
Oh my God, do you think he like was trying to write a speech and then he just popped in that VHS, was like, there we go, done.
Yeah, and you know what's funny too is a lot of people were like, Herman Cain, this African American presidential GOP Republican candidate is quoting Pokemon, and it's like, you guys forget it was written by Donna Summer. So his wife was probably getting ready in the shower and was listening to it, and he probably stopped her and was like, my darling, what is that? What is that song? What is that? Because let's face it, that's how that song makes you feel. And it's by Donna Summers, and you know, it's a beautiful song. Do we have that song? Can we play that song?
Man.
Oh my God, you guys are in for a treat.
So he IMDb'd it, and then
let's
pretty
play
much
the song.
it.
You must always remember, life can be a challenge. Life can seem impossible. It's never easy when so much is on the line. But you can make a difference. With courage you can set things right. Give to dream and make dreams real is yours and mine. The power of one begins with believing. It starts in the heart, then flows through the soul and changes the world.
Somebody was like really into that song, and the Pokemon organization was like, we got to put it in the movie.
Yeah, well, actually, they approached Donna Summers for that song. She was approached, you guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What an honor.
Want to interrupt real quick to let you guys know you have a caller. It's CJ on the line.
Our first caller. I should mail them a Pokemon card. Tweet me. I'll send you a Pokemon card. Seriously, at Longbox.FM. So caller, hello. How does ya?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going Poketastic.
My name is CJ Leonzo. I'm actually from the Nerd Entertainment Podcast.
Nice.
how's it going?
And I actually
How's it
wanted to
going?
share you guys. My, on my back in the day when Pokemon was actually the biggest hit and actually still is a hit today. Not really a fan of the new Pokemon now, but the classics is always the best.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to go ahead. I would say like my best moment that I had with Pokemon was when the first movie came out. And I'm like, when the first movie came out, and then afterwards, everybody ended up getting either a Mewtwo, and a Mew card, and that was actually the most coolest thing. And I'm never gonna forget that because I got both of them because I went to go see them twice, and I got Mew and Mewtwo,
Oh,
and that was actually pretty cool.
You're a real fan.
So during that time, I still have them to this day.
that's so cool.
And what I would. Yeah, and and honestly, the thing I'll never forget was when after that we went to Burger King, and then they were selling the big old Pokemon balls, and inside it, when you open the inside of it, it had these golden cards.
Yes.
Like these golden plated cards. I don't know if you guys ever remember those.
I do. I have my Poliwag one still.
Oh,
I took all
man.
the other ones out of the cases because it came in the clear plastic case, and you could take them out.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would use it as pretend money.
Yeah, I actually still have all of those to this day, and honestly, I still have my Game Boy, games, the blue version, and of course the red version, because that's where I started off at, and when I was like in 4th grade.
Nice.
Awesome.
Wow.
So yeah,
Fantastic.
honestly, that was like one awesome moment with Pokemon. I still love them, and I still love them and all that, but my brother likes the brand new ones and everything, but I'm not really a big fan of them, so
That's okay.
Yeah.
I just like the classic one.
We're actually going to be talking about the new one towards the end of the
Oh,
show,
man.
but it's cool that we got your input, because
Right.
it's good for other callers too. Like your vote obviously
Yeah.
goes towards the old school, right? Can I ask you why?
Yeah.
Like what's your problem with the new school, man?
Yeah,
What can Pokemon do?
I don't know,
Crazy.
because it's just like, of course, how many, back in our day, how many were there total before there became more, a lot more? How many were there?
151.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And then afterwards, Mew, I remember looking in the Pokedex, and Mew still wasn't even in the Pokedex back then. It was just, it went from,
Yeah.
from the beginning all the way to Mewtwo, and then afterwards that was it.
Yeah, you
But
raised
my other
you
question
raised
for
a
you
great
guys,
point.
my question for you guys is, did you guys ever learn the whole entire Pokemon rap at the end of every episode?
Gotta catch 'em all.
No,
Gotta catch 'em all.
I can't remember it to this
Pokemon.
day.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
kind of
it's so
remembered,
hard.
obviously.
Something like Mewtwo.
It's turning into Vanna playing. Yeah, exactly.
I can't.
Mewtwo, Squirtle, yeah.
I don't know.
Do
I
you
can't-
remember
I don't
it? Do
the
you know
entire
it? Do you
thing.
want to perform it for us? Do you know the
Can
whole
you
Pokemon
do
rap?
the whole new one, the
No.
Omegas too?
He just
I know he can.
Can you? Can you do the Pokemon rap, dude?
Man.
Oh,
But
no.
honestly, that was just like, yeah, I'm never going to forget that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then I always like the name that Pokemon because they always pick like the most obvious Pokemon too.
Yeah, like a Machop.
It's like name this Pokemon. Obviously, that's Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm actually watching you guys right now on my laptop, and I'm still watching it. So
Oh,
and you guys are awesome. You guys are actually awesome, and
thank you.
you guys keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. If any of you guys are actually interested in playing Pokemon, I am an active league member here in Fresno.
Yeah.
Welcome. Come aboard. Join us.
I will go, honestly, if you guys ever want to do a card game on a Pokemon, I'm on for it. I still got all my Pokemon cards, and let's do this.
Do it, dude.
wow.
You know,
We
a
got a
Crazy
challenge.
Squirrel here in Fresno over on Bullard and First, they always have open card stuff. It's awesome. It's never too late to get into it, too. Thank you so much for calling, dude. Seriously.
Oh, no problem. Come on, we're nerds. We need to get this on.
Yes. All right. Thanks, man. Good talking to
All
you.
right, catch you guys later.
Bye.
Okay, awesome. We got a challenge
Awesome.
already.
Seriously, you guys. So we've got one vote already for old school Pokemon. Me, I'm here for life. But you know what? Our caller did make a good point. Like Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie, they have been lagging. I would like personally for Nintendo to call me and invite me to help name Pokemon, because let's face it, they need help. If you guys are actively, I mean, we've got nerds here. Let's embrace it. Come on, Pokemon audience fans, let us be known.
Awesome.
You know, so in Black and White, for those of you who follow Pokemon, when they released Black and White, in my opinion, was the start of the downfall of the Pokemon creativity level.
Oh, wow.
And the reason why I say that is because they came out with Pokemon that were, in my opinion, so darn basic. I mean, it hurt my heart. One of the Pokemon, its first evolution, its basic form. For those of you who know, it's basic form, but for those of you who don't know, it's first form. For Dragon Ball Z fans, it's first form. So its first form is an ice cream cone. An ice cream cone, you guys. An ice cream cone. This Pokemon is an ice cream cone. I'm sorry, but I am not going to choose an ice cream cone. Honey.
What about Megapod? He was a half a moon.
Okay, yeah, but you know what? The
shape. He
moon
wasn't
controls
even a thing.
the water, and we are 60% water, so the moon's pretty powerful. So this cone, this ice cream cone, okay, was created in Black and White, and this cone is vanillish, and then it turns in, you know what its second evolution is? Do you want to guess what its second evolution is, Richard?
Its second evolution is Ben and Jerry's Chunky Monkey?
No, but close. Its second evolution is an ice cream cone with not one, but 2 scoops.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. And for those of you Dragon Ball Z fans, you want to know its final form, its final evolution, its stage 2 evolution?
Uh-huh.
An ice cream sundae.
Well, maybe the Shopkins industry just got involved with that. And
Hey, Pokemon came long before Shopkins, okay?
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, Americans kind of invented Shopkins because, let's face it, our Martha Stewart loving mothers have been putting googly eyes on inanimate objects since the 1900s.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Gosh, you know, I feel really old talking about Pokemon 20, but I felt really old the other day because, like, I was born in the 90s, and my niece, she's a junior in high school, and she was like, "Oh my God, Thea, you were born." For those of you who don't know, that's Mexican for aunt. Yeah. My niece was like, "Oh my God, you were born in the 1900s."
Oh, man.
And I swear to Charmander, I felt a wrinkle form in my furrow of my brow.
The 1900s.
Yes, the 1900s. So, to those of you calling in, I'm assuming all of you guys are 1900s babies.
Oh man, 1900s.
But this new school Pokemon, how do you feel about new Pokemon? I mean,
I like that they took a page from Dragon Ball Z's book and started forming like fusions. Omega Charizard, I think, yeah.
Yeah, fusions are really cool. I'm super into fusions. I follow this anime, American anime, Steven Universe. It's all about fusions.
Oh!
Yeah, Steven Universe has gotten me through some hard times. I lost my mother a while ago, and Steven Universe lost his mother too. And I'm so close. Like, you guys, anime, you don't even understand. Like, we're doing this podcast, and I don't know if you guys can feel the love. Can you feel the love? I'm gonna form this circle of love right now.
Right.
For the lovers of loving love.
Lovers of loving love.
Yes, lovers of loving love. So, we're super passionate about Pokemon, and Pokemon has really, really made its presence known in the U.S. They even had a Super Bowl commercial. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
I did.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I only come for the food, the booze, and the commercials, and the live performance. That's about it. I really don't care. That's how you know your relationship's gone to poops. Is when you stop pretending to care about football. Oh man. So my whole football life just gone with the wind, like my life. So I don't know if we have the Pokemon clip that aired for the Super Bowl commercial, but it was epic. We have the Super Bowl Pokemon commercial in the playlist, I believe.
No.
Yeah, no, the Pokemon. That's
from Google.
I think it's the next one. After that.
Sorry, I'm a terrible video guy.
No, it's all good.
You're good.
They need some time to prepare, because seriously, you guys, this commercial was epic. It came on during the Super Bowl. It was like at the peak of the action, and this Pokemon commercial came out. I cried.
It made me cry too.
Get your tissues ready, you guys.
It made me cry because
go to the bathroom,
nostalgic.
get some toilet paper if you need to be cheap. Get your Kleenex.
I cry anytime I watch.
All right, here it comes.
I can
my God, I'm that little boy.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Like, I have
You're
to take off my
crying?
glasses. I'm crying. No, I'm literally crying. I don't know if you guys can see me, but
Wow.
I get emotional.
That's so great.
No, like seriously, it was like I feel so lucky to be alive during this time. Like I've seen the Star Wars movie like 5 times since it came out, and I still cry just as hard, man.
You do.
I cry as soon as they roll the credits. I'm like, oh my God, I'm here, I'm alive. I like grabbed the hand of the stranger sitting next to me, and I just looked into their eyes, and I was
I'm
like,
Luke Skywalker's daughter.
it. Yeah, I'm super into Star Wars. I don't have a Pokemon tattoo yet because I'm not sure if I want a full Pokemon sleeve.
Wait.
But I do have Hello Kitty Star Wars tattoos. I've got a heart-shaped Death Star. I'm just a big fan of fan stuff. I am like the biggest fangirl ever.
Yeah,
And
I'm in everything.
I cried on radio.
You cried on radio?
I cried on radio.
Oh,
or haven't
man.
I cried?
I can't cry on radio. I can't. Like, I know he's not. I just...
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
so that was the Pokemon commercial that aired during the Super Bowl, and I don't know, am I just a big sap, you guys? I don't know, call in,
you're
tell me
not.
I'm a crybaby. It's all
No,
good.
Make her feel better. Somebody call and make her feel better.
I love Pokemon as much as Pikachu loves ketchup.
Oh my God, and he loves ketchup.
He loves ketchup.
That is a true thing. That's funny. I remember that. I remember the original like Pokemon episodes. Man, he was so mean to Ash. He was a dick to Ash. He used to shock him all the time. Gosh.
That's how you train your human.
Right? The original episodes were funny. Squirtle had a gang.
Squirtle gang.
Oh
yes.
Gosh. Yeah.
Best gang ever.
Yeah.
Squirtle Squad.
Yeah, the original episodes are great. I like the episode, honestly, my favorite episode where they were in the ghost town with the Gengar and the Ghastly. And it was super cool because the girl was psychic and they put them in the little dollhouse.
Yeah, so do we want to go into psychic Pokemon? Are you guys ready for that?
Pokemon, that sounds perfect.
We're going to take it to the darker side.
Oh, man.
I don't know if we could get any darker than Lavender Town, but
psychic Pokemon.
Do we have a caller? Oh, wow. Yay, caller. We'll go ahead and take the caller before we get into psychic Pokemon.
Taking Vanna's crying and then make her feel better, hopefully.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi, caller. Pika Pika. Buenos dias.
Hi. Hi, this is Sam.
Oh, hey, girl. How you doing?
Good.
What's up?
Nothing. I am watching you guys right now. I was like, make Vanna feel better. And I was like, I can make Vanna feel better.
Oh, thank you. I mean, they're tears of happiness, but like, I did cry, and my heart's still palpitating. I don't know if it's the beer or the fact that like the communists are in the summer house, if you know what I mean.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know, because it's like you do not mess around. I know you, girl. He's like, I was like, how did you do that? So, anyways, I was thinking about this because I was eating dinner and I was watching you guys, and I thought about a hot topic, a Pokemon hot topic.
I love that story.
Hot topic.
The
hot topic, because I just realized I'm not like a writer. Okay, let's be real. I'm not a writer guy like Pokemon fan. Vanna knows this. We're just like opposite. But, however, I thought about this. So, Nurse Joy.
Yes.
Any Nurse Joy.
Yes.
Or any nurse, for example.
They're clones.
So it's like, how are all of them related? How are they all cousins? I was thinking clones. That could be a possibility.
I never thought about that.
They're clones.
I actually never thought about that.
It's like in any movie when they try to do some like universal health thing where like you know that Matt Damon movie where he has like a army skeleton or you know, I don't know. It's like you know how they have like that weird ambulance that just goes and like helps people. That's what Nurse Jenny is.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Dude.
Yeah, it's kind of like because just to be real, like think about Brock. You know, he has crushes on every nurse, and they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Is there like an incest thing going on? I don't want to get real on this, but like there's real talk on this.
I've been trying to get dirty this whole time.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take
clean.
it to the robots. I mean, it was created in Japan. They're robots.
Sex robots. Oh my god.
Again with the sex.
Exactly.
God.
I know. Exactly. And then another hot topic about this was I've had this when I was in elementary school about Brock. What's Brock's ethnicity?
Yeah, why
because
is he more
honestly,
Asian than everybody
because if he's
else?
Filipino, is he Mexican?
That's true.
I'm a Filipino chick, so I think he's Filipino.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and go with
topic?
that because I'm going to tell you this. Every Filipino guy that I've ever met has has been pretty out there. Like one of my favorite comedians, I feel bad because I forget his name, and I'm going to blame it on the amazing Riley's Brewing Co. beer, Vixen, dark wheat ale. Seriously, though, I can't remember his name to save my life right now. But he actually was just like, I can't help but feel like every Pokemon fan is either a nerd or super into hentai. And everybody who's into hentai, like, have you guys seen the full body pillowcases? Like, it's a pillowcase you put over your full body pillow. Have you seen that, Sam?
No.
Caller Sam, have you seen the full body
Sounds
pillows that you could cuddle with? They're like pillowcases.
I wish I did. I wish I can say no. Let's just say that.
You wish you could say
I wish I can say no.
So you have seen them, right?
So what's a body pillow?
My favorite ones are the Attack on Titan ones. They have some Eren Yeager ones.
Oh my god, you're so into this anime.
Dude, Attack on Titan is my life.
Kind of creepy, but it's like the thing is like I'm looking for like Pokemon things, and then that shows up, and I'm just like,
yeah. And you know, my first body pillow that I ever saw was a Nurse Joy one, and when you flipped it over, her little nurse skirt was lifted up, and you could see her bum cheeks.
Oh,
and I was like, Nurse Joy, Nurse Joy. But yeah, she really is sexualized. So it's crazy that you bring that point up. I wouldn't be surprised, callers, if you guys can Google Nurse Joy pillowcases or sex dolls. I bet you they exist.
Whoa, sex dolls. Okay.
Yeah,
well, I'm just saying they probably exist.
Adventure Time ones too, and that's too creepy too.
Well, I think it's creepy, but I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat, and you know.
You know what? I'm not gonna hate on it. I mean, everybody has their own bag. I'm just saying, we just got like too fast right now.
Yeah, it's
with Pokemon.
It happens. Pokemon.
We went to the adult side of Pokemon.
You know, everything's
and I apologize.
These days,
Maybe
it's
not.
sad. But it's also cool because, like, free speech, you know.
It's pretty European of us.
Yeah, very European.
No, it shows how things progress over time, you know, like in the early 90s, you know. And now, it's just like everybody from, like, little kids and toddlers to, like, adults our age and are all over-sexualized. And I feel like there's a lot of childhood problems that they're getting
I can tell you this.
turned on by their Pokemon characters.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this. I didn't have sex till an appropriate age, and, and I like to think that I'm a productive, very conservative member of the society. And I gotta say, Pokemon kept me straight. It kept me off the streets. Like, you play Pokemon and get raised good. You know, like Herman Cain said. You know, you can quote Pokemon. You can, seriously, there's a Pokemon episode for every aspect of your life. It really is, Sam, and I hope that you take that with you after listening to our show.
Man.
That there's a Pokemon.
Of course, I always take that with you.
Yes.
Yeah, we go real talk, me and Vanna.
And put it in your pocket.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for calling, Sam. We appreciate it, and I wish you the very best to catch them all. Bye.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Nice. Cool. So if you guys want to call in, you know, go ahead and use our hotline, 559
Oh my God, that's
492-0450. And we've got some Nurse Joy footage for you guys right now.
Some cosplay.
Hey, that cosplay is on point.
Yeah, pretty much. I hate to say, you guys can say what you want about Pokemon not being sexual. Misty wore cutoffs and a tank top with her belly showing.
That's true.
And then she, like, pretty much carried an egg next to her belly for most of the season.
I never thought about that. It is an egg. Little Togepi.
Little Togepi. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, Ash got to grow up one day, you know?
Yeah.
Stop hanging around with his Pikachu and just settle down.
I don't know. Personally, I would rather level up Pokemon, but, you know, I'm a different breed.
Oh, man.
So, speaking of catching Pokemon, April Fool's Day is coming up around the corner. Are you guys excited about that? I'm excited about that. So 2 years ago, I don't know if you Pokemon fans remember that, but Google released this video, and this commercial aired nationally, and they promoted the Squirtle out of it on Twitter. It was a promoted ad back when Twitter first started doing that. And if you guys want to add us, we're Longbox.FM if you guys want to talk about this and chime in with your opinion. But Google, they actually made this commercial and released it on April Fool's Day, which I didn't even think about it. I was just like, oh my gosh, they're talking to me, you guys. They want me. They want me. It's finally happening. So they released this video, and they were like, Google Maps is looking for the ultimate Pokemon master. Are you the very best? And I was like, yes. Do you want to catch? Yes. And I mean, everything was just yes for me. And so they released this commercial on April Fool's Day, and and I think we have it. So if you guys want to go ahead and watch it with us, this is the Pokemon April Fool's Day Pokemon Google Maps challenge they released. Here we go.
At Google, we seek to hire the most exceptional people. Today, we're announcing a new job role and challenge. Pokemon Master. Pokemon Masters are the world's greatest digital explorers, and their passion for exploring will take our maps to the next dimension.
It's always been important to us to have the most qualified employees at Google. Now, using the technology created by the Google Maps team, we've prepared the most rigorous test known to man to find the world's best Pokemon Master.
Applicants must explore all types of terrain with Google Maps on their iPhone or Android to find each and every one of the wild Pokemon.
Strong-willed applicants who collect every single Pokemon will be invited to the Googleplex to participate in the final round of hiring. The winner will start at Google on September 1st, 2014. We're eagerly awaiting your participation.
After updating, open the app, tap Search and press Start to begin locating the many Pokemon hidden throughout the map.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Right? Don't you want to do it? Like, let me
Yeah.
just ask you, have you seen that before?
No, they got me.
Don't you want to do it?
They got me right now. I thought it was real.
Yeah.
Isn't it real?
Yeah, you know what, Google? I am eagerly awaiting you to send me my business cards. I caught all of them. I even caught the final Mewtwo. I missed work that day, you guys. I called in, like, no joke. If you guys live in Fresno, there's this awesome place called Strummers. I had tickets to a Reverend Horton Heat show. I was that chick in the front row next to the stage on her phone all night, and this guy was like, oh my god, do you have to Instagram everything? And I was like, look, fool, I'm not trying to take selfies. I'm trying to catch them all. I'm trying to get this job position that I was born for. And oh my god, you guys, I'm crying again.
You're crying again. Wow.
I'm crying again.
Dang it. Republicans in the country house.
Communist.
Oh
That's a good one too. But seriously, guys, so I spent, I don't know, maybe like 16 hours of my day catching them all. I have the Instagram post on my Instagram. I'm at hello.vanna on Instagram. And if you go back to my post, I caught them all. I have proof. You actually, how it worked is you had to type in. It wasn't all awesome like the commercial kind of deceived you to believe, like, oh, you could just hold up your phone and your camera will identify these Pokemon to you. It wasn't like that. You like literally had to type in a location and zoom in and find them. So, you know what the first place I went to, Richard? What would be the first place you'd look?
For cool Pokemon in Fresno, because I feel like...
No, anywhere. I mean, this Google Maps was like global. Like Google Maps is global. Think globally.
The first place I would literally go and pick would probably be like Mount, like, you know, any like really cool mountain, like Mount Olympus or Mount Everest. That's where you get the coolest Pokemon. That's where you get like a bad, cool, like Arturo or something.
I caught like a Hitmonchamp there, I believe. Yeah.
Really? You got a Hitmonchamp?
Yeah, but the first place I looked, because for those of you guys who know me, have seen my stand-up comedy, or just, you know of me, because my name is synonymous with Disnerd. For those of you who don't know, that's a Disney-loving nerd. That's what I am.
Disney.
Full-fledged Disnerd.
Oh, man.
And yeah, so the first place I looked for Pokemon during the Google Maps Pokemon Challenge was Disneyland. I was like, oh my god, you guys, I'm gonna catch Pokemon at Disneyland. This is gonna be awesome.
Awesome.
Dream come true. And it was. I actually caught 2 Pokemon. I went to the Haunted Mansion area, and I found a Unknown, which for those of you guys who don't know, Unknown is a mystery type Pokemon, which will be go ahead and psychic type Pokemon, and we're gonna be go ahead and
it's like which kind of unknown, like an unknown?
It was an unknown Q, I believe.
An unknown Q.
Yeah, and unknowns are actually. It's. Do you want to explain the unknowns?
You can go ahead and explain the unknowns because I'm pretty sure I don't know.
No one knows. It's unknown. So yeah, basically, we'll go ahead and get back to psychic Pokemon a little later. But so I went to Disneyland on my Google Maps, Pokemon challenge thing, which was actually just the Google Maps app, and you click the little Pokeball logo, and so I'm like looking at Disneyland, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the Haunted Mansion because I bet you there's some crazy stuff there. Yeah. And so I found an unknown Q, and then I believe I found a Mew a little bit past Tom Sawyer's Lagoon. But it was just so cool because like it's Haunted Mansion, and they had a ghost type Pokemon. I mean, awesome. Who thought of that? Like, I feel like they should get a cookie. Google, you guys need to give that guy a raise, please. Give that guy a raise. And then I found, just a pika full of Pokemon in Japan. I was like, I'm gonna go to Japan. Man. Japan's not that big. We live in California, and I feel like we're the same size as Japan. My friend's band Iwanaga.
Oh wow.
Which means rock princess in Japanese. Iwanaga. Awesome. They're an awesome ska band. Check them out. Iwanaga, they recently went to Japan, and I'm super obsessed with Japan, but I'm kind of scared to go there because of radiation poisoning, and I don't know. I'm super paranoid. I don't want to go through radiation unless I'm promised superpowers.
Yeah, like they're the first to get Pokemon for sure.
Oh, well, yeah, and so like I was like, dude, you're like going to Mecca. Like, Japan is my Mecca. Like, for anime fans, that's our Mecca, you guys. Like, I don't know if you guys want to call in and talk to us. If you guys have ever been to Japan and you want to call in, we can go ahead and discuss that, because I'm sure you went to the Pokemon Center, and I'm sure it was awesome, and I'm sure you probably should have gotten me something. But my friend Drew got me something, actually. He got me a Sailor Moon eyeliner set. That's another thing. Japan has the greatest stuff. Like, this Meowth, like, this is from Japan. Like, they have everything. So,
they have the best animes for sure. One Punch Man.
They really do. If you guys want to gather your thoughts, your Poke thoughts, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break if you guys want to call in, and then we'll be back to talk about psychic Pokemon and whatever's on our caller's mind, or tweet us at Longbox.FM, or call us 559-492-0450.
You're listening to the Open Mic Podcast on Longbox.FM.
It's not really that short. Awesome. Well, we're coming back with the whole thing. I'm wearing my Pokemon sweater now, like I said.
Ooh, represent.
I like to talk about what I learned from Pokemon. Pretty much just catch them all. And you go to the bar, and you weaken your opponent, and then you take them home and train them. That's pretty much what I got from it. And then I got some moral aspects from it, too, like return, don't steal, I don't know. Yeah, you never steal somebody else's Pokemon. If they're married, you leave them alone. If they already have a trainer, there you go. Awesome. Well, like I said, we're sponsored by Riley's Brew. It's pretty good.
It's
Sancha.
delicious. It's beyond good. No, seriously, guys, I'm not a beer drinker, and I guzzled this. It's delicious. I would drink this like water. Like, seriously, this is delicious. Plus, dark wheat ale is good for you. Try a Vixen by Riley's Brewing Co. Seriously, I feel like a Vixen. I'm wearing a Pokemon t-shirt and jeans, ladies, and I feel like a Vixen. You don't have to wear high heels. You just got to drink Vixen by Riley's Brewing Co.
Awesome. And then I'm drinking the blonde ale brewed with real honey. And just like short people, we don't expire. We look like this forever. Like we're old.
Young for life.
We've looked like this since high school. That's the sad part.
We never evolve.
We're like vampires.
We are. We really are.
Awesome. Well, just like vampires, there are ghosts. And we're going to psychic Pokemon.
Yes. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready to talk about psychic Pokemon? Our hotline is still open if you guys want to make it bling ling for the ling ling and us all who loves the pika pika and the choo choo, squeaky squeaky, sparkle sparkle.
Sparkle.
If you guys want to call in, our hotline's still open, 559-492-0450, or add us on Twitter at Longbox.FM or hashtag Longbox.FM. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this psychic Pokemon talk. Do you guys know about psychic Pokemon? Who's your favorite psychic Pokemon?
My favorite psychic Pokemon, I would have to say it'd be Alakazam.
Nice.
All right, and then you can never catch an Abra.
Right?
Oh my god, it was so hard. It would make me so upset. Like, I would actually just start my game over because I know there was an Abra right where that area was, so I could just go back and try to hopefully get another one.
Right? I don't know if you guys play like Call of Duty and stuff, or any game really where you die.
Zombies.
I think the worst thing in life is respawning in the same place you got killed at. Can we fix that, please? Treyarch, somebody in charge, please. Can we stop respawning where we died? It did not work out there. It is not going to work out again.
Yeah. Let's
just stop, okay? Put me in a different location. I know you can put it in there. I know we have the intel for it. Sorry, I have a problem.
Let's do past lives where it's like if you don't make it as like an army grunt, you have to come back as an elephant. That's how
I don't know. Do you believe in past lives?
I don't, but I like would love it because then I could totally just start making up my own past lives, like what I would do or what I would have been.
For a while, I was genuinely convinced that I was Stiv Bators. Like I thought I was him reincarnated. To this day, I still think I'm Stiv Bators reincarnated.
Oh my gosh,
if you guys don't know him, he's the lead singer of the Lost Boys. He I was born on the day he died, October 22nd. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm him. So you're talking to him as well right now, and yeah, I'm letting my freak flag shine high today.
Oh man, I see. That's my problem with the whole entire past lives thing. I don't know who I was.
See, and maybe that's the journey. Like, you're still so young, man. Like, you've got so far to evolve. There's still so much left for you to go. You've only left Pallet Town.
Oh my gosh, right? Like, what if I was like somebody like pretty bad, like Helen Keller?
Helen Keller was not bad. That could be like the best person.
No, but like pretty much your whole life, you're pretty much just blind. You had so much sensory deprivation.
Hey, that blind woman saw more than most people.
You had sensory deprivation, and then next thing you know, it's like being in a think tank really quick, and then next thing you know, you're another person. It's like, wonder why I say stuff the way I do. Oh my gosh.
I could see that.
I know.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe in past lives. Do you guys believe in past lives? I don't know. Call in for that. 559-492-0450. I mean, I don't know. Were you a Pokemon in a past life? Are you one of those cool kids who are young, who weren't born in the 1900s?
Is there something else where you like a whole different kind of species in another universe?
Right. I have this friend who's like, I'm just going to be honest, she's a massage therapist.
Oh, wow.
Who practices Ayurveda techniques. And she does, like incense burning and sage cleanses. Well, she thinks she was like a stop sign in a past life.
That's
like, no joke, a stop sign. Like, not even a caterpillar or something like an insect. Like, you were an inanimate object that doesn't live.
And what kind of neighborhood?
What do you mean? What kind of? I don't know. I didn't ask her that. I'm gonna ask her that because, like, honestly, I am running out of things to talk about with that woman.
Like, were you like in a very bad neighborhood, bullet hole, some graffiti on you?
I don't know. I'm gonna find that out.
Because I want to go into detail with that lady.
I know. Like,
Maybe
what is up with
session.
past lives, you guys? I don't know. It's
lives.
interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about psychic Pokemon now.
Right. What's in the cards for the Pokemon?
Right, psychic Pokemon. For those of you who play the card game, it is those awesome cards with purple borders, and if you're lucky enough, they're reverse hollow or just regular hollow, you know. But it's the reverse hollows that you really want. If you could find yourself a reverse shiny rare, you guys,
oh man,
hold on to it. Put it in your heart. Put it in your Pokeball. Never let it go.
And
so a little personal here.
Yeah.
So psychic Pokemon. Let's go ahead and talk about psychic Pokemon. So I feel like psychic Pokemon are probably one of the strongest type of Pokemon because you know you have people. I'm all thinking about Pokemon like people. They're so real to me, you guys.
If we're going real life scenarios, are we going real life scenarios right now?
Well, think about it because like psychic Pokemon. Who's your favorite psychic Pokemon?
Like I already told you.
No, I know Alakazam, but like if you were to pull him out and stuff and just use it, like. Would you even want to know the future if you could? Like,
no, not even that. My Pokemon, I would even use his future seeing powers. I'd use like his Jessica Jones. You ever see Jessica Jones?
Yeah.
Her arch nemesis is a guy that can pretty much tell anybody what to do and just boom, there you can do it. I know it's kind of dark, but
yeah, no, it is.
It's super dark. But Alakazam, let's just start doing cool stuff. Robbing banks, do all kinds of awesome stuff with that.
I dig it. And you know what's crazy
I'm a villain.
Is why I like Pokemon so much is because like in the show, you know, you have your psychic type, but they actually translate it into the card game. Like back before in the trading card game, the TCG world, one of the coolest moves was a Poke Power, and it was an Azelf. I don't know if you guys know the Azelf Pokemon, but psychic type Pokemon, and as soon as you put him down onto your bench and you played him, he would do this thing called Time Walk. And you were able to reveal your prize cards. Now, for those of you who play Pokemon, you get prize cards, which are basically cards from your deck that are hidden until you defeat the opponent. So as soon as you defeat their active or one of their Pokemon on the bench, you take a prize card. Well, your prize cards are face down, so you don't know what the heck you're getting. You could be winning and you're like, oh, cool, I get this. Well, for those of you who play Pokemon, if you have a deck that evolves, sometimes your evolutions end up in your prize cards. And sorry if I'm getting a little too deep and nerdy here, but just bear with me, you guys.
I'm learning stuff.
So this Azelf is a freaking Pokemon that does psychic power. So you Azelf and you Time Walk, and you get to put these prize cards that were formerly hidden, flipped over so you could reveal them. So if you defeat them, you can selectively pick one of those 6 cards or however many prize cards you have left, depending on how cool you are or your mastery of Pokemon. You get to pick which card you want. And Time Walk Azelf was the best thing in the Heart Gold Soul Silver pre-TCG rotation. I actually played in the 2012 California Regionals with 4, which is the maximum amount of Pokemon cards you could have in a deck. With 4 Azelfs. Like I was time walking all over the place.
Dang. Oh my god. You just so nerdgasmed right here.
I'm so sorry.
You like pretty much everybody that's listening right now and got the information on how to do this. And if you're playing the TCG world, oh my god, you got like the total cheats.
Well, you can't now because they rotate it out.
Oh man!
Because that's how they get you buying new cards.
Oh man!
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and talk about new Pokemon, but we're not even in the lid of the psychic Pokemon, you guys. So back to psychic Pokemon.
What's your favorite?
Richard, my favorite psychic Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ooh, it was Azelf Time Walk, you know, for the card. But as far as psychic Pokemon, I would have to say Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
He's like Super Cat, Space Cat Man.
Super Cat, Space Cat Man.
Yeah. Speaking of which, have you guys seen Steven Universe? Back to Steven Universe. You remember Cookie Cat?
Cookie Cat.
Cookie Cat.
It's Cookie Cat.
He's super duper yummy. Super Cat. He's good for your tummy. Super Cat. He left his family behind because he's from space.
Yeah, he went into like a spaceship and then they had him
we're not
off.
sponsored by Cookie Cat. It is a fictional ice cream. But yeah, so back to psychic Pokemon. Sorry,
Pokemon.
This Riley's Brewing Company beer is really good, you guys. Like seriously, it'll have you just gibbering and gabbing about all your favorite things.
Right.
Seriously,
talk about Pokemon.
You need a first date? Get this.
Oh,
so good.
Right.
So psychic type Pokemon. Do you know what they're weak to? Because in the Pokemon game, psychic are usually weak to grass type Pokemon, which in the Pokemon TV world is bug type Pokemon. Do you know what else they're weak to, Richard?
Fire.
Yes, they are. So, this is a pretty dark topic, actually, because...
Well, I get that. The natural elements of the world defeat psychic powers, which pretty much means like men with their thoughts and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm going to just go ahead and go with that. Let's go with some feminist topics. Men. Let's just drop it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So, the whole actual theory behind psychic Pokemon is that the reason that they are weak to bug-type Pokemon, the reason they are weak to ghost-type Pokemon, and the reason they are weak to dark-type Pokemon is because psychic Pokemon, their weaknesses play on common fears. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm freaking terrified of bugs. Like, no lie, if there's a bug right here, I don't care if it was a mosquito or even a mosquito eater, I would make it my life's mission to scream and avoid it at all costs. Like, I really would. I would break this beer bottle over a mosquito's head if I had to.
That's pretty... Yeah, that would work.
That's how I feel. I'm terrified of bugs. And,
I'm afraid of failure. just me not finishing a race. It's like, I broke my ankle. Uh-oh.
Races are hard.
Yeah.
I recently competed in the Disneyland half marathon, which for those of you guys who don't know, a half marathon is 13.1 miles. Yeah, that's right. You're listening to someone who can run 13.1 miles.
Awesome.
Non-stop.
Tell them what kind of marathon it was. What the theme of the marathon was.
Oh, God. If you guys don't think I'm a nerd enough already, you guys are just going to be like, Vanna Vandal, you need to change your name to Vanna the Nerd, because you're just... I don't know.
Well, let's just go ahead and tell them then.
I don't want to
tell them. I'm pushing it. I like that. I'm pushing this.
So I ran a half marathon, and I know it sounds all, bad arse, but I ran a half marathon at Disneyland in Disneyland, California. It was
Go ahead. I'm gonna say it if you don't say it. If you don't say it, I'm gonna say it.
All right. I ran a Star Wars themed half marathon. And it was the second ever Star Wars themed half marathon that they had. I missed the first one, registration, by a day. Like, literally, I had to sign up for registration 7 months in advance. And I spent $500, and I didn't even get to see the merchandise until after I bought it. So, I mean, I went into debt for this, you guys.
She went in full Leia buns.
I did actually.
You did?
I had
three
different hairstyle changes for the race. I had Leia buns, I had my Jedi and training hat, and then I had a side ponytail because, that's how us 90 babies rock it.
Right. That's what Olympic athletes think about before a race. Like, that's how my hair's going to look.
And, I wish I could say I trained a lot, but I didn't. I go to a GB3. I'm one of those weirdos who was like, all right, I know I'm going to live in Fresno for at least 3 more years, so I'm just going to suck it up and buy the 3-year membership.
Oh, wow.
So I bought the 3-year membership, and I can honestly say, you guys, I went 20 times in the first year that I had it.
I hate to say
20 times total.
GB3 is a good-looking gym. If you're paying to look that good, then yeah. The extra $30 in a blaster or whatever. Yeah.
It is. I think that's why I like GB3, because, a higher end type of people go there, so it's only really old guys who hit on me, if any.
Yeah.
But I usually notice that when I show my tattoos and stuff, I guess they intimidate men, or they think I'm just a total weirdo, and they're like, yeah, let me go 3 machines down from that psycho. She might chop me up into little pieces later.
They're like, this is someone's daughter. This is a little girl. I'm not gonna talk to her.
So we actually have another caller in. Thank you so much for calling. We are still active and alive. We've got 2 more topics, you guys. Seriously, I could go all night if we wanted, but we're not gonna. But so if you want to call in now. And here's our third caller of the night. Howdy.
Hey. This is Sharina, Richard's sister.
Hey, Sharina, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Tell them where you're from.
What?
Tell them where you're from.
Straight out of Pallet Town.
No, she's actually from Colorado. She's calling all the way from Colorado.
Wow. Oh, weed is legal there.
I know. That's what I wanted her to talk about.
All right. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Sorry, I can't hear you that good.
No, it's okay. She's my sister. She's amazing. She's one of the little ones.
Oh, thank you.
You guys came out the same vagina.
No, actually.
C-section?
No, we came out the same penis, though. What? Yeah.
Your sister from another mother?
No, just my sister from another Oh, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
No. Like I said, Riley's brilliant.
Either way,
amazing stuff.
Oh, are you having trouble hearing?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
kind of cutting out.
Oh, it's all right. Well, thanks for calling. I love you.
I love you, bro.
Awesome. I'm going to talk all kinds of
You're
mess
awesome.
about her right now, right? It's just like all the dirty details. Her secret Facebook account, everything, right? Like, Dad's watching too, right?
What? Oh, wait, yeah, don't talk about that.
Awesome. Yeah. She's from Colorado. She's an amazing girl. She's doing amazing things, right? Doing really good over there, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. You got any questions?
I don't know. I just wanted to say hi.
Awesome.
Hey, that's cool. Call and say hi. Tell us what's up. Do you have a favorite Pokemon? Is it Richard?
No, man.
He's in a Pokeball right now.
I am in a Pokeball.
That's awesome. But I think Dad's going to call you soon, too.
Oh, yeah? That's cool.
Yeah.
Love Dad, too. Awesome. Tell Dad to, like, look up some Pokemon stuff really quick, just in case, so, you know. Awesome. Well...
But you should call me after the show, bro.
Okay, I will.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I love you.
Love you, too.
Spreading that familial love.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, you guys. Pokemon's all about love. Like I said, the circle of lovers of loving love, which is an Aquabat song. Sorry, letting my
Aquabats, no, that's amazing. I've seen them in Fresno, too.
A rude girl. If you guys don't know what that means, I am a very nice girl, but I am also very rude. And if you don't know what that means, you should Google it.
I'm a rude boy, and if you don't know what that means gangster in Jamaican.
Oh my God, Rihanna totally ruined that song. Rude boy
means
a dude who likes ska. Let's get it right.
Really? Is that what that means?
No, it means that too, but I just like the latter.
Okay, the latter.
Yeah, so Psychic Pokemon, basically, back to Psychic Pokemon, they play on their greatest common fears. And if that's not demented, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, that is. It's super.
Demented? It's really demented.
Whoever thought of it, like, was pretty much basically, like, trying to figure out, like, the most darkest thing about a Pokemon could be.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Pokemon creators are probably the biggest geniuses and biggest weirdos that ever existed.
Oh, man, imagine those Japanese guys that just pretty much were, like, affected by, like, Hiroshima, and were just like, you know, it'd be amazing if our animals just started, like, morphing into pretty much cute little, you know, creatures with abilities. Like, rats turned into Pikachus, and then next thing you know, we caught them.
Well, Pikachu is actually a rat-type Pokemon, and which leads us into our next topic, favorite type of Pokemon. And I feel like our favorite type of Pokemon, like, if you have a favorite type of Pokemon, it kind of says a lot about who you are. My favorite type of Pokemon is Meow. My favorite Pokemon is Meow, but my favorite type of Pokemon is water. Like, water Pokemon. Whenever I build a Pokemon deck, I try to go with water, you know? So, what's your favorite type of Pokemon, Richard?
I already talked about my favorite.
No, your favorite type. I'm not talking about your favorite Pokemon. I'm talking about your favorite type. Let's get into the nerdism. We gotta wrap it up soon, Richard.
Yeah, so okay. My favorite type.
We gotta get deep here. What is your favorite type and why? And it better make me cry.
It better make you cry. If it were gonna make you cry, pretty much it would be like the basic type of Pokemon, the nurturing of Pokemon, how they all just care about each other. No, I would go fire. Just regular fire. Like,
hi, I'm Richard, and I talk about how much I care, and then I tell you fire is my favorite type, and then I burn you, and I show you the most evil type of Pokemon, the most powerful.
With passion.
And defeating. That will take all 6 of your prizes.
I burn with passion.
Probably even kill you before your turn, because you have no more active Pokemon on your bench, so I don't even have to take 6 prizes. I just have to kill your active.
I'm like Brock. Like, my eyes are so little because my heart's so big.
Brock. So we can all agree here. Brock has very small eyes.
He's like okay, you know, like on King of the Hill when Cotton walks up to Con and says, like, looks him up and down. He's Laotian. Like, he just knows it. Or it's like He's just a different Asian guy.
Yeah.
And that's Asian people see themselves as regular people. That's why they give themselves regular eyes on anime.
You know I'm a quarter Asian, right?
I
find this kind of racist.
It's a little racist.
Just a wee bit. But you know what? I mean, racism is its thing, but I'm not going to lie, you guys. I'm a bad driver.
Yeah.
I'm a bad driver. I go left now. Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah,
good luck.
That's pretty.
Like everybody's like the awesome guy here who's running our podcast. We were discussing earlier on our break over some delicious Riley's Brewing Company brewskis. I was sipping my Vixen, and he was like, everybody in Fresno always talks about how bad other drivers are, but nobody ever confesses to that. And I'm here to tell you today, my name is Vanna Vandal, and I do stand-up comedy, not only on stage or here today, but I also do it in my car. And you can find me on the streets of Fresno. And you may be honking at me. And you may be flipping me off. But I just want you to know, I go left now. Good luck.
That's hilarious. I love how pretty much once you get in your car, you can just say whatever you want to anybody else.
You can. Your car is your dashboard confessional.
Which is coming up Fresno
Chris
pretty
Carrabba,
soon.
I love you.
Oh, man.
Oh. Who doesn't love Chris Carrabba? He even swooned a bit. Richard swooned. If you guys could swoon over Chris Carrabba,
Dashboard Confessionals is going to be in Strummers pretty soon.
I still love that they do intimate concerts. Like, Strummers is a very small venue. If you guys are in the Fresno or Central Valley area, or even in California, like, make the trip down. I travel all over California to go to shows. You guys should too. Fresno's poppin'. Like, Fresno is amazing. I love Fresno. Like, seriously, guys, Fresno is awesome.
I do too.
Like, we're in a drought and stuff, but who isn't, honey?
We've gotten so much rain over the last
We have.
few weeks,
I've been rain dancing.
That's not even going to be a thing anymore.
It is.
Now just our homeless population is the problem.
You know what? Homeless people are everywhere. And we should all just send them to Europe because there's more houses than people that there are there.
Oh, gosh, right?
Yeah.
The dollar makes sense there. No. Oh, God. Okay, now back to our topic because we got so much time.
We actually don't have that much time left, so if you guys want to call, now is the time. We are going to talk about new school Pokemon now, and we're going to wrap this up because I'm sure you guys have lives. I'm sure you guys are productive members of society. I'm totally sure we're not just stopping you from watching Netflix in your pajamas right now. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and try to wrap this up by 9 o'clock, so be sure to call in right now. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next topic of new Pokemon. So, a new Pokemon, Richard. Are you still active in the Pokemon community? Do you play? Are you aware of the newness?
Yes, actually. I play all the time. New Pokemon. Yes, I play Ruby. I play Ruby more than anything. If anything, I play that game. If I were to go to, like, the new Stadium games, yeah, I play that too. If I were to go into my own mind, yeah, I think about it way too much. I love Pokemon. I think it's one of those things that it's like background music to me. I can just do it while I'm in a waiting room. I can go ahead and do it while like I'm in anywhere else. If somebody just like came into right now and I was just saying that, I can just do it while I'm in a radio, and they wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But Pokemon, I play that everywhere on my phone. I literally have the game on my phone.
Yeah, I think that's so crazy now. I know a lot of these fangirls play like weak stuff. Like, no offense to you, but honestly, kind of offense to you. If you play Animal Crossing, get Pokemon. I mean, seriously, Animal Crossing, Sims, games like that. I mean, you're not gaining anything. You're not being a productive member of society. Level up your Pokemon. Seriously, we need you. Didn't you see the commercial? They need us. They need us to be the very best, like no one ever was. And I like new Pokemon personally. I've never really been into the video games because I'm more of a card person. I'm into collecting. I mean, I can only buy one cartridge and be like, oh my god, this Nintendo 3DS cartridge I keep forever in package. Oh my gosh. But it's like the cards, I can physically see them. I'm a card person, so that's more me. But there's this new thing, and which brings us to, I mean, I don't know how much newer you can get, but there's this app that's going to be coming out with like a wristband for those of you fitness nerds. Like, I'm kind of a fitness nerd, like I'm a fit nerd, and they have like these wristbands, and you can like count your calories, your pedometer, your steps, stuff like that. Well, this is basically that, but for Pokemon.
That's so
and
cool.
It's called Pokemon Go. We're going to go ahead and show the video here in a bit, but Pokemon Go is basically the newest generation of Pokemon in its truest, newest format. And it kind of reminded me with elements of the Google Pokemon Maps Challenge. Like, you saw that, Richard. I mean, didn't it inspire you?
Yes.
It brought tears to my eyes.
I've seen that.
Tears in my eyes. It made my eyes pika pika.
And you get pika pika.
Sparkle, sparkle.
You actually cried. Like, there wasn't crocodile tears. It was actual, like, emotions.
Yes, those were some serious for alligator tears, you guys. I went straight up
For
croconom.
You for alligator with the whole, like, water gun.
I went there. So Pokemon Go is just, I mean, I don't know. You guys have to see it for yourselves. So we'll go ahead and sync that up here in a bit and play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staring at stuff in 2 seconds. And then, oh my God, for alligator was a good one. That was amazing.
That was epic, right?
Right? Like, as soon as Bernie Sanders fixes the economy, he's totally going to make Pokemon, and that's going to be a thing. I'm just kidding.
It already is. It's here, you guys. It's here. This is our time. This is our time. What a great time to be alive. Seriously, I cannot get over. Like, I'm so happy to exist right now, you guys. My molecules are happy.
Right? Oh, gosh.
Right? And, I saw that commercial and I was like, oh my gosh, could you imagine if there were actual holograms projecting off of Times Square? And what's so funny is people are like, oh, we're going to beat Mewtwo. Like, all those people, did you see their faces? They were like aggressively like, we're going to get Mewtwo. We're going to like take him down. And it's like, fool, you know you love Mewtwo. You know you just want to render him weak so you could catch him and make him on your team so that you could be the bane of the existence in other people's worlds.
I could see the the reality of it, and someone in Times Square, and then their friend on the side, like, calm down, Spaz.
Yeah, Mewtwo is seriously like such a powerful Pokemon, and you know, in this new Pokemon world, we've got EXs, Megas, all kinds of stuff, and I don't know. I'm really glad you guys joined us today. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, Pokemon is just an infinite world. We're already over 600 Pokemon. Like, if you were to do the Pokemon rap, it would probably be an hour-long song. I challenge. I Vanna Vandal, and I'm gonna go ahead and pledge you too, Richard Valdez. We both pledge that there needs to be a rapper who comes up with the Pokemon rap, who does all Pokemon, like, to the new ones. Like, yeah, you need to include the ice cream that turns into a sundae, and the lamppost or the candle that turns into a lamppost that turns into a chandelier. Like, you need to include every Pokemon. Like, make a Pokemon rap, make it cohesive.
Kendrick Lamar, get on it.
Yeah, him, Kendrick Lamar, Krayshawn, like, I mean...
Fashawn, too.
Fashawn, yeah. Fresno rappers, dude, Fashawn could totally do it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And, you know, people are such jerks about, like, the pronunciation of Pokemon names, but, I mean, the fact that you could even look at a Pokemon and be like, I think that's his name, that's good enough, you guys. Don't let the fandom get you down. You don't gotta be a full-fledged nerd like me. Even if you just like wearing a Pikachu stuff, show your love. It's Pokemon, the 20th anniversary. Now is the time. Show the love, spread the love. Let it be Poketastic. Let your Pokemon Pika Pika.
Oh man.
Let it sparkle.
That's a soundbite forever. Pika Pika.
Pika Pika.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. It's been a very good pleasure. Me and Vanna right here, Vanna Vandal.
What?
And we've been brought to you by Riley's Brewing Company.
Woo, Vixen.
Yes, pretty much getting us all liquored up. And it's been a
beer's healthy.
Very...
Made in Madera, California. I love Madera.
Ooh,
Madera is beautiful.
Yeah.
Seriously. Awesome.
Yep, they're in a Madera.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, good night, guys. Thank you for joining us. And we hope you have a great night and that your journey to become the very best like no one ever was continues. We believe in you. Good night.
You've been listening to the Open Mic Podcast on Longbox.FM. The opinions expressed on the Open Mic Podcast aren't necessarily those of staff, management, or sponsors. The Open Mic Podcast is a presentation of Longbox.FM.